Hey guys, welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. Today I am finally doing part 4 of my Disney World trip, or vlog 4. They're not really vlogs because they're basically like little slideshows and stuff, but I'm finally on Hollywood Studios. It took me forever to edit this video. Then as I was actually getting ready to upload it last week, I had to split it into 2 parts and it got all confusing. So now that I got everything figured out, I'm finally ready to show you guys my day at Hollywood Studios. This is part 1 of, I'm hoping 2, I may need to split it into 3, but I'm hoping I can fit it in 2 videos. I went to a total of 3 shows. I already uploaded the 1 show. I'll leave a link down below if you guys would like to check out the Star Wars fireworks show. Now that all that has been said, let's get started. My day started with Mickey Waffles, of course, and we made our way over to Hollywood Studios. Now, I decided to take a lot of pictures and videos while we were at Hollywood Studios since they're doing a lot of construction and they possibly will be changing the name, but I'll be talking about that a little bit later. So last time I was at Disney World, they actually had the big hat in front of the Chinese theater, which I really enjoyed, so I wasn't that happy with the Chinese theater being right there. In my opinion, I know it's Hollywood and stuff, I get what they're trying to do, but in my opinion it kind of reminded me of Epcot with all of like big buildings with all the good detail, and it kind of reminded me of Epcot a little bit, so I figured people that have never been there before may get a little bit confused. That's my opinion on like right when you walk inside, but I do get that they're trying to stick with the old Hollywood theme. Right when we walked inside, we also had reservations for Toy Story Mania. If you're going to Disney World soon and you have the whole Fast Pass system, I really suggest getting, if you'd like to do Toy Story Mania, I really suggest getting Fast Passes earlier in the morning. They don't sell out that much and it's easier to get back there in the morning besides trying to get back there through the day. I love Toy Story Mania, but it's really hard to figure out when you can ride it, and when we were there they only had 2 tracks. A week after we left they added a 3rd track. I'm not really sure why the line is so long for Toy Story Mania. The ride vehicles are constantly moving, as you can see in this video right here, so I don't really get why it takes so long to get a bunch of people through, in and off the ride. But they're trying to work on that, so hopefully when they do their whole Pixar expansion, they can fix that issue. So I do suggest getting Fast Passes for Toy Story Mania. If you have not ridden that before, or if you would like to ride that, I suggest doing it in the morning. Once we got off of Toy Story Mania, we actually saw a Sorcerer Mickey meet and greet. So of course I had to go meet him. So here are just some pictures that the photographer took. And then I took a bunch of pictures while we were in the Pixar place because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had those pictures, because next time we go, all that will probably be different and there'll be more, or they'll take stuff out. So I tried to take as many pictures as possible so I would have those memories. If you guys were also wondering what my score was on the Toy Story ride, I am player 2, and I think I actually did pretty good. I'm not very good at those games, but I really enjoyed the ride, so I thought it was really fun. So like I said, they are doing a lot of construction at Hollywood Studios. Here's what the old map looks like, and here is what it's going to turn into. Part 2 is going to be all about Star Wars. This video is going to be all about the whole Pixar side and the whole Toy Story Land and stuff, which I'm super excited for. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on in this video. After that, we also got Fast Passes for Lights, Motors, Action. You don't need Fast Passes for that, but we wanted to make sure we saw it because we've never seen it before. And since that was closing just a couple days after we left, we wanted to make sure that we saw it because I've actually never seen it before and I really wanted to see it. I'll be posting the whole Lights, Motors, Action show soon. So if you guys would like to watch that since it's gone, then that video will be available soon. But here's a little clip of Lights, Motors, Action. I really enjoyed this show, and I wish it was going to stay, but I'm kind of glad they're getting rid of it because it was the same show over and over again. So that's probably one of those things I'd probably only see once, so I'm glad I was able to see it at least one time. Right when we walked out of Lights Motors Action, you saw all the construction going on behind with the backlot tour. I personally loved the backlot tour ride. I'm really sad they got rid of it. It was a great ride, and I'm sad I didn't get to ride it again. I was hoping that we'd be able to, because last time we were there in 2014 it was there, and we rode that ride twice, and we didn't know it was going to be leaving, so I didn't really get to enjoy it as much as I probably should have if it was leaving, and it already did, so I was a little bit disappointed, but I know something bigger and better will come. So you saw just a bunch of construction going on. I'm not really sure what that building is, but it's being taken down. After that, we just started walking around all of the little like side streets around where Lights Motors Action is, you know, just seeing if there's anything that we missed all the past times we've been there that we need to see one more time before we go, or discover new things that we'll only get to see once, just like we did for Lights Motors Action. And as we were walking, we found Watto's Grotto, which is a Star Wars store that they just put up just since that building was empty. So we did look in there and we found this awesome pair of shoes. I don't know why I thought they were so cool. They were just different. They were kind of weird, kind of cool. That was really the only good thing in that store. Other than that, it was really, really empty. But no one can go back there now. So like it's kind of weird to think that this whole part's gone. Like where I just was, it's gone. And then the rest of this video is just clips from Streets of America and all of the stuff where the Pixar place is. After a while, we ended up walking back to the Coke stand to get a drink because it started to get really hot. And I love the big like Coke fountain that like sprays water and stuff up in the air. So of course I had to stand there and watch it for a couple minutes before we headed back to the street. Some fun facts about this street is they actually used it for some movies or some commercials. Don't really remember what ones or what ones were mentioned that they used them for, but this was an actual movie set that they used. Because whenever Hollywood Studios opened, it was for people to be able to walk through and witness them filming and doing all that stuff, but they only did that for a couple years after it opened, and then they quit, and then it was just a walkthrough movie set that you can like explore, but you couldn't go into any of the houses because, you know, they were all fake, so it was just something to walk down, and people got kind of confused by it. It was kind of boring, and Disney needed to brighten it up, so then that's where they added Toy Story Land and now Star Wars Land. That's where they added that stuff just to bring in a new crowd to Hollywood Studios, since it was kind of dying out because of the old Hollywood. Everyone was so used to that. So we're on Streets of America right now, and they're closing next week on April 2nd, and it's kind of depressing. They don't... Okay, so they don't do anything here. They used to film here. They don't film here anymore, but they don't film here anymore, so it's kind of pointless, but still here. It's closing. And they're making room for Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land. So here's just some footage that I took of the last week of the park being open. By the time we made it over to the Honey I Shrunk the Kids like movie playground set, I actually wanted to walk through there and film it, but by the time we got over there it actually closed. Like they actually have like a time limit for that, which I didn't even realize. Like when we were just walking through there, I believe it was around like 4 o'clock, and by that point we already like went over, we already rode the Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, like we basically already rode everything once. So then but I couldn't really film any of that because there wasn't really a point. When we started walking back over there, like to take pictures at night and stuff, which we ended up not even doing because we had reservations at the Polynesian, which you guys will see in part 2, but I wanted to go walk through it and see the giant ant and see the giant bucket of Play-Doh. Like I just loved walking through that because it made you feel like, I don't know, it just made you feel so cool. And they actually had like a time limit. Like it closed at like 5. And I was kind of like, okay, like I didn't really get it. But then like the Streets of America, like they started like kind of kicking everybody out. Like they weren't like, you know, leave, but they were like kind of putting up like walls and stuff. Not like the walls that you guys see like today, like we're like doing construction. They were just kind of like closing everything. Like there was nothing to do. It was getting dark and all the lights were off over there. So they kind of didn't want you over there. I guess maybe they were planning for like what was going to come, like all the construction and stuff. But that part closed, and I mean I wanted to walk through and get video and stuff. I know there's video out there, but I wanted to see it one last time, but this is all I was able to see of the movie set. As we were leaving, I got my name engraved in a keychain, but that's for another day at another time. I'm probably going to use that video for like my name reveal or something. And then this leads us up to my part 2 video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you guys can stay tuned for vlog 4 part 2 coming soon. Also make sure you subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!